This is the most Mandalorian action we've ever got in The Mandalorian, and it was awesome. It was a relatively simple episode. It was a short episode, but it was much better than the previous episode. So this episode pretty much centered around one mission, a single mission of finding this Foundling that was captured by this dragon bird creature. But before we get into that, let's start off right at the beginning. All the Mandalorians and all the Foundlings are training, and Grogu is off there playing with little hermit crabs, and then Mando calls him over, and he has a sparring match with one of the Mandalorians. It's just so cute seeing little Grogu doing anything. And they gave him a little dart launcher on his wrist that shoots little paintballs, and like he was sparring with this kid. Like at first he was getting shot in the chest and everything, but then he was like, the Mando's like, come on, I know what you can do. Just do it. And I was half expecting him to like stop the little darts in midair and everybody would be like, whoa, what's going on? But no, he jumped over the guy, did that Yoda jumped back, and then shot him in the chest. Even though he didn't use the force pull or force push or anything like that, just everything Grogu does is cute. So right after that, this kid gets taken by the flying bird dragon-looking creature. And I like the way that thing looks. And we get this huge chase scene. Everybody's chasing after the bird dragon, and they can't keep up. And then you see Bo-Katan and her ship just come out, and that shot right before the title sequence, off into the distance with the dragon flying, and then Bo-Katan's ship trailing right behind. That shot looked awesome. So we get the title sequence, and that set up the rest of the episode. The Mandalorians are hunting down this beast to try and recapture the Foundling. And we get some really cool Mandalorian action. The jetpacks flying around in the air, it reminded me of Iron Man, and it looked awesome. It really looked cool just seeing these Mandalorians flying freely throughout the air, maneuvering in combat, trying to take this beast down. And all while this is going on, while they're tracking this dragon beast, bird, whatever you want to call it, tracking it down, trying to find its location, get to its nest. And I like that they used a nest. It reminded me of Sinbad, that giant big nest with this huge bird. But in this case, it was a dragon. It had as a beak, which is why I'm saying like a dragon bird looking thing. So while all that's going on, Grogu is with the armorer. And the armorer is explaining Mandalorian culture and why the forge is important. And she's forging something, probably something for Grogu. We turned out it was something for Grogu. I thought it was going to be a shield, but it was just some awkward looking chest plate. I don't know what kind of chest plate is just a circular piece that how is it even sticking on the chainmail? I don't even know. Okay, but anyways, while she's forging it, we get a flashback to Order 66. And we get to see who saves Grogu from the temple. I was expecting it to be, a Jedi that we knew. But, might as well, make use of somebody we knew just to get the cameo in there. People will be like, well, this is awesome. But instead of giving us a Jedi that we already knew to save Grogu, they might have done something even better. So this guy comes out and he's blocking the clone trooper's blast. And I'm like, oh, come on, this is the guy who's going to save Grogu. I wanted to see, a Jedi that I knew before, that I saw in the prequels. That would just be a cool cameo. But then I was like, wait a second, this guy looks kind of familiar.
Wait a minute.
That's fucking Jar Jar Binks.
That was the actor for Jar Jar Binks. So while we didn't get a known Jedi to save Grogu, we got Jar Jar Binks saving Grogu. So just seeing him back was cool. I didn't realize it at first. I was like, wait, this guy looks kind of familiar, but it didn't hit me at first. But that was cool. That was fun to see. So then Grogu snaps back to reality. He gets his chest plate and everything. And in the meantime, Mando and all of them, they save the Foundling, right? They have this cool aerial battle with the dragon bird beast. And they know how to hype Mando up. So the kid ends up falling through the air, right? And Mando darts down, like dives right down to get him. And just as he catches, they play that cowboy, whatever that's Western kind of, that his sound effect, They play that sound effect as he grabs him and then he flies up. They know how to hype the guy up. Also, all throughout this episode, I'm like, yo, Jon Favreau is really inserting himself into this episode, huh? But turns out that that kid, the Foundling, is Jon Favreau's character's son. So I mean, I guess you got your excuse right there. But honestly, if I was directing Star Wars, I'd be really tempted to give myself cameos too. So they get back and they bring along 3 of the little babies as foundlings. How much you want to bet they're not going to be found? How are you going to train those things? We're going to put Beskar armor on them, and they can't even say the oath or whatever it's called. You know, they can't even. They're going to be food. Watch. They're going to be food. But anyways, so Bo-Katan goes in with the armor because during the fight, one of her shoulder pieces falls off. And she ends up getting a mythosaur on one and her clan sigil on the other. So, you know, she's like, because she's now torn, right? Because she's now part of the old way. That's something I didn't know. While they were off on their adventure, Bo-Katan, she didn't even know how to eat in front of people. Like, and Mando had to tell her, you have to go off somewhere where no one can see you, take your helmet off and eat. So did she never follow the old way, the old traditional Mandalorian way? Did she have no exposure to it? I don't know. I don't know. I guess not. But so now she's torn between the two, and she's like a fusion of the two belief systems. She because she saw the mythosaur, she can't let that go, and she brings that up to the armor, and the armor is like, you know, oh, you've been blessed to have the vision of a mythosaur. And she's like, no, I saw that thing for real. So I don't know if the armor 100% believes her. I'm thinking the armorer thinks that Bo-Katan truly does believe that she saw the mythosaur. And if you have a vision of the mythosaur, you probably believe it. But I don't think the armor really believes that there is an actual mythosaur down there. I think they all believe that the mythosaur is a myth, a legend, a folklore. But that thing is real. So I'm curious where that is going to lead to. But that's pretty much it, man. It was just a mission to save the kid. Well, I mean, talking about the Order 66 stuff, it was real nice seeing the clone troopers, their ships, hearing the sounds again. They threw in that the highest peak of the tallest.
In the highest room of the tallest tower.
They threw in that peak of the tallest mountain from last episode while they were doing the chase. But that sequence was cool. So, but yeah, all in all, this episode, definitely a step up from the previous episode. But honestly, it didn't blow me away. It was a good episode, but it was not like, okay, this is a really great Mandalorian episode. So now that you know what I thought about the episode, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. What did you guys think of The Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 4? And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.